Hey guys, what's going on? This is Trajan. We're talking about X-Men Blue, the annual #1, Poison X Part 1. This is the third installment of the Venomverse ongoing storyline. The only reason I picked this up, X-Men Blue, I dropped after I think the fourth issue. I hate X-Men Blue. This one is written by Cullen Bunn, who is the most mediocre writer I've ever experienced in my life. I'm convinced he can tell a story, but I don't think he knows how to tell a story. And in fact, everything just comes off as very lazy, which just seems to be the story of the day for all these Marvel writers. And he just throws things that wouldn't make sense in story, he kind of hand waved, just long exposition, say, oh, look, see, it makes sense why this and this are happening because of this reason. And he completely copies the cantina scene from Star Wars at a certain point. It starts off somebody's capturing symbiotes, that's all you gotta know. Then we have this really long and just boring, obnoxious scene with young Cyclops, remember, this is X-Men Blue, talking to his father. How are things going with Jean? Or maybe, what's her name? Bloodstorm? This old freebooter's counting on you for a little vicarious, ow, ha 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 ha. None of this shit's funny. None of this shit's funny. Our jammers get attacked, and their attackers look like the poison from Venomverse, which is kind of the most important thing. This whole scene was just, that dialogue, I know I skipped over it, that dialogue is so fucking bad. It's so brutally bad. I don't think Cullen Bunn has ever had a conversation with his father or a father figure. Then Jean Grey shows up, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll figure out how to help them by contacting Venom." Venom is written completely out of character. Mike Costa is currently writing the Venom series, and he is doing a fantastic job. Venom is, I think, one of the best books that Marvel's putting out consistently. It is damn good ever since Costa's been writing it. It's fantastic. You all need to read it. And we saw it clearly last crossover with Amazing Spider-Man, where whenever Dan Slott was on the book, it fucking sucked. But when Costa was writing it, it was really good. Costa actually cares about Venom. You can tell the enthusiasm that just oozes out of his writing. This, it's like whatever. It's Cullen Bunn. Who cares? He's going to put a serviceable story, but that's about it. Look at this page. There's entirely too much talking. There's entirely too much. You know what this page boils down to? They're trying to convince Venom to help them, and Venom doesn't want to. But the symbiote wants Venom to help. So the symbiote puts Venom to sleep. There's a brief fight that makes no goddamn sense, and then the symbiote puts him to sleep. This is a cool character design. I like the character design for Killer Thrill. Dumbass name, but it's cool. It's a cool character. I thought this was Carnage for like 2 seconds, and I flipped the fuck. More talking. You want to know what they were talking about? They were convincing Venom not to attack them and to help them out. And then they were like, oh, BTWs, you have to help us out because we're already in space, we're on our planet. This was actually the one funny line in the entire book. Jean Grey was like, oh, how often do you get to see strange and faraway worlds? And he was like, too damn often. And it's kind of funny because it's like, oh, you remember he like got transported during Venomverse? So, alright, fine, I'll give it. It's not interesting. Like, I read this and it was such a bore. It was such a work to get through. And bro, I paid money for this. And I was bored during it. Then we have the cantina scene, and it's like ripped straight from Star Wars, including them talking to the bartender and him not wanting to help them. Like, oh, look, you came here with a Clintar war brute. Oh, we don't serve his kind. And then we have the final reveal of the villains. And then Venom's just like, here we go. This is why they don't want kids in bars, you know? It always ends in a brawl with alien nightmare creature. Number one, that's not funny. Number two, I'm not trying to be a literalist here, alright? Like fucking Daryl Ayo is. Is it supposed to be funny because it's so random that, oh, you know why they don't allow kids in bars? They always fight aliens. Ha 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 ha. Random. And Venom's just like, yeah, here we go. Which is basically it. And that's basically how I felt. I felt exactly like Venom felt in this scene right here. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna get conned into buying the next like 5 issues. No, it's 4 issues. It's a 5-issue arc. I'm gonna get conned into buying the next 4 issues, like Amazing Spider-Man and Venom crossover con me into buying fucking 6 issues. And at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna enjoy the Mike Costa issues. I'm gonna hate the Cullen Bunn issues. But I think Cullen Bunn is he wrote Venomverse, so I think he's the one completely like in charge of all of this. So it's gonna be a good story with horrible execution. unless they keep Costa on it. Costa's the only guy who can write Venom, in my opinion, right now. If Venom is in anything, you gotta let Costa write it. You have to. Please. This is definitely a don't buy. Don't waste your time with this. This is going to be something that's going to be collected in a trade anyway. They're going to do a main Venomverse where the poisons actually show up and try to invade Earth 616. At least that's what I think. So that's going to be the interesting one. These are all just preludes to it. Or they're just doing Venom just for the sake of doing Venom, because Venom's the only thing that fucking sells. The same way they used Deadpool and they ran Deadpool into the fucking ground because that's sold. Maybe Venom's not going to be the same gimmick where they're just going to put Venom in fucking everything. Let's cross them over with anything. Why do you think they're crossing them over with X-Men Blue? X-Men Blue is trash. X-Men Blue is absolute trash. X-Men Blue is getting canceled. As with X-Men Gold, by the way. But X-Men Blue is getting canceled, so why are they doing a crossover? Oh, to try to get the sales up before they cancel the book. They're trying to make it seem like, no, we're not canceling the book because of sales. We're canceling the book because, you know, it was the end of the story. We already decided that it was only going to be 26 issues, which is bullshit. Yeah, whatever. You can catch me at Trajan Channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the Poison storyline? Do you guys agree with me about Mike Costa? Yeah, I'll catch you guys later.